What would happen if the United States started buying all the gold reserves of Europe and Asia? This isn't just about gold, it's about power, currency, and global influence. If one country controls the metal, it controls leverage. Today, we're breaking down what that would really mean. Many people think gold no longer matters. They say money is digital now, but central banks disagree. Gold is not controlled by software, it cannot be printed, it cannot be hacked, and it has no counterparty risk. That's why during crises, countries buy gold. Not stocks, not crypto, gold. So when a country accumulates gold, it's not speculation, it's preparation. Let's be clear. The US would not announce, "We are buying all the gold." That would cause panic. Instead, it would happen through private banks, long-term contracts, sovereign funds, and foreign intermediaries. Gold would leave vaults quietly. No headlines, no speeches, no alarms, just shipments and paperwork. And by the time the world notices, most of the gold would already be gone. Europe would feel it first. Gold is the backbone of confidence in European currencies. If reserves shrink, central banks lose leverage. That means less confidence in the euro, more dependency on the dollar, and weaker negotiating power. Borrowing costs rise, currencies become more fragile, political pressure increases. Europe wouldn't collapse, but it would bend. Asia is different. Countries like China, India, and others see gold as strategic protection. If their reserves drain, they don't just lose metal, they lose options. Gold is used as collateral, settlement insurance, and geopolitical backup. Without it, trade becomes more dollar-dependent, and dependence always comes with conditions. Now here's the key part. If the US controls a massive share of global gold, the dollar becomes untouchable. Not because it's perfect, but because it's backed by trust. In a crisis, countries wouldn't ask, "Is the dollar strong?" They would ask, "Where is the gold?" And the answer would point to the United States. That changes everything. This wouldn't look like war. No tanks, no missiles, no sanctions, just influence. Countries with less gold negotiate differently, borrow carefully, and accept conditions faster. Countries with gold set the rules. Power doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it accumulates quietly. Here's the truth. The world wouldn't stop it early, because early it looks harmless. By the time it's obvious, it's already done. History shows us something simple. Powerful countries don't ask permission, they prepare, and gold is preparation. History gives us clues. After World War II, the United States accumulated most of the world's gold. That moment created the Bretton Woods system. Currencies were tied to the dollar, and the dollar was tied to gold. Countries accepted this because the gold was real. When gold concentration shifted, global leadership followed. History doesn't repeat exactly, but it often rhymes. Watch central banks. They don't speak loudly, but they move first. When uncertainty rises, they reduce risk exposure and increase gold reserves. If gold starts flowing in one direction, central banks notice immediately. They don't react emotionally, they adjust policy. And policy changes markets long before headlines do. Gold accumulation affects markets even without price spikes. Liquidity shifts, capital relocates, risk premiums increase. Some assets become overvalued, others get ignored. This creates silent bubbles and sudden corrections. Markets don't crash because of gold, they shift because of confidence. And gold defines confidence. This scenario matters today because the world is fragmenting. Trade blocs are forming, supply chains are reshaping, trust is becoming regional, gold is neutral. It doesn't belong to politics, it belongs to reality. That's why in uncertain times, gold becomes strategic again. So the real question isn't, will the US buy all the gold? The real question is, who notices first? Because in geopolitics, the loud moves are distractions. The quiet ones change the world. This scenario matters today because the world is fragmenting, trade blocs are forming, supply chains are reshaping, trust is becoming regional, gold is neutral. It doesn't belong to politics, it belongs to reality. At the Finance Whale, we track the deep currents of the global markets. Please note this is not financial advice. We are here to decode history and economics for your information and education. Watch the patterns, stay informed, and always do your own research. Thank you for watching this deep dive. If you found this analysis valuable, hit the like button and subscribe to stay ahead of the markets. Now I want to hear from you. What assets are you most interested in for our next video? Is it gold, silver, crypto, or something else? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next one.